Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the next 10 days. It is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. We are going to pull a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and then we'll get into your 9-card spread. So I'm going to do things a little different. If you are returning, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I am available for personal readings. If you'd like one of those, the info's in the description box below. Okay, let's get one more cut and we'll see what the overall energy is bringing you. So we have fork in the road. It was actually upside down. And you know what? I'm going to take it that way because it seems like there's something that is bringing you change. Yep, and there goes the change in the wind. And that's exactly what I was feeling. So with the fork in the road being upside down, I think you're very clear about the next step that you want to take in your life. If there's changes that are coming up for you with the change in the wind, if you have a choice to make about a home situation, feels like that may come up and you really don't have to worry about it because you know which direction to go. As far as other changes in your life, you may feel like you're pretty set on not being confused about what the next step is going to be. I just feel a lot of clarity. So let's get into the spread and see. This is for Aquarius. All right, so we have the 6 of Cups in reverse, which says that I feel like you're closing the door on the past. That's why there's the fork in the road in reverse. If somebody has tried to come back into your life recently, I think you're closing that door on that person and explaining. You may not even want to explain, or maybe you feel like you've done whatever energetic work you need to do and you don't even need to have a conversation with this person. It just feels like you're closing the door on things from the past and not allowing them to come back in. The change in the wind is just you finding balance and not allowing things that didn't work out for you to even reappear into your life. So then we have strength, yes, because you found your strength. At times, it could be that those people from the past just seem to always want to either, I want to say suffocate you, like in a sense, they would hold you down or hold you back, or they didn't want to see you, how do I want to put this? It's like they know your strength, and it's almost as if they were constantly trying to pull you back, or they wanted to push you down because they felt threatened, is what I want to say, by your strength. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. So if this was somebody who was in your life, it could be a masculine or feminine energy. It doesn't matter. It could be somebody who appeared to be very stable. This could also be someone at work. It could be a boss who recognizes that you're a very strong individual and his head is turned away from the strength card. So you definitely could be dealing with someone who has a difficult time dealing with the fact that you stand up for yourself and have opinions about things. With the Judgment card, you're not going to allow other people to make decisions for you and the things that you want in your life. You're not going to allow people to put you in a position where you question which way you're going. Now, the 3 of Cups is popping up, which is great energy because this says that there is celebration, whether it be individual celebration or just being really excited about how the changes are starting to happen in your life. This could be, hang on, there's something else they wanted to say. There's a lot of emotion around something that either just recently happened to you or you're really excited about, I want to say. Something has brought more stability into your life or is going to. Now, this could also be that someone has shown up in your world. You may either be dating or have not met them quite yet, and there's someone stable that's going to come towards you, and that's going to create some joy in your life. You're going to feel like this person is easy to get along with or gets along with other people easily. Not only do they have a stable, grounded energy, but they also do well with family. And it's not difficult to be around them. With Judgment in reverse, that could just mean maybe other people have opinions about that relationship. but those don't matter. I don't think you're going to let them get to you. The same way you're shutting the door on anything from the past that doesn't work for you. With the Judgment in reverse, it's like other people's opinions aren't going to matter to you either. And then we have the Lovers. Yeah. So this is definitely a relationship that you could be feeling is going to be something positive in your life. You could have just recently met them, are excited to spend some time. I feel like there's a sense they like your strength. There's a sense that I feel like they admire you for your strength as well. You could also have some people at work who you don't realize have a lot of admiration for you too. So with the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Wands and then the Nine of Swords, there could have been a moment where you were a little bit stressed out about it feels like a new beginning that you wanted to get started. Now, the Knight of Swords could say that there is someone who's just not interacting. So if people start to fall away because you make the decision not to go back and forth about them in your life, you just kind of decide if it doesn't work and they don't communicate the way that you would hoped, you're going to cut them off. So they may not like that. They may come back around and try to come into your life, but I feel like your focus is primarily on the things that you're starting in your life. So it doesn't matter what area of your life you feel like this about. If you're really passionate about not dealing with people who don't know how to communicate, you don't want to stress about it. So I feel like that's what you're putting behind you because your back is to this. And it's saying, I gave this opportunities, and if you're not going to come forward, I'm not going to allow this to cause me any more stress than it may have already caused. I'm just going to shut it out because it's not worth overthinking. All right, so let's clarify the Six of Cups in reverse. This is for Aquarius. So we have the Strength in reverse. That's exactly what I was saying. So they may have depleted you. Maybe they didn't see your strength. You know what I want to say is they underestimated you. And there may be still some people around you that seem to underestimate you, but they won't for very long. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So there's a relationship. Yeah. It seemed to deplete you. So if people aren't going to bring things into your life that feel full, like fill you up, that's why you're walking away from them. And then the Knight of Pentacles. So you may have somebody who comes back around that you thought was done and over with, and they're going to try to come in with some stability. If this had created problems in the past, most of you will not open the door to this person. For others of you, this is just wanting more stability and you going towards something that's going to create that and not people who don't. All right, so let's get, yes. Okay, so when you do that, things start to move really quickly. So you close one cycle out, you open up the door to something else and something more stable. That's when things start to really move for you. The Hermit in reverse, because you've done the work on yourself. You understand. You've seen the snakes. I just talked about this in the last video because this card came out. It's like you have clarity. You'd already seen it. So in reverse, it's just telling me that you've done it. Maybe there's a little bit more that needs to be done, but the energy seems to be moving quickly. So if you haven't learned a lesson, you're going to learn them very quickly in the next couple of weeks. That it's going to come right at you and right in your face. Like you're going to be dealing with things right away in a snap moment. You're not going to have time to think about it. You're just going to have to deal with it right away. And that's what's going to take your strength. So if things start to pick up, let's say your work starts to pick up, you're not going to have time to do like this inner processing. You're just going to have the strength to really take things on as they come at you. It seems like it's just a lot of really quick movement. As well with a partner that seems to be very stable and knows who they are. I just don't feel like you're going to have time to really think about it. You're either going to have to go with it and decide that this is, not that you shouldn't take your time, just saying things are probably going to move quickly, or this person has intentions of moving fairly quickly with you. I think you'll be excited about it though. The Six of Cups in the upright, this to me is a caution of don't give too much to something. Typically when it's in the upright, depending on the deck, it can mean there's an imbalance. And at times where you may have given too much of yourself, you may just need to pull back a bit and allow this person to show you how much they have to offer to the relationship as well. So not that you don't want to give freely or be as natural as you normally would, but you want to be careful because you need the clarity around it. Like Let them prove to you that they're going to show up the same way that you do in a relationship. As well as people around you that maybe you don't trust, if they're fast talkers or people who try to push too quickly. It may take you by surprise, and you feel like you need to think about it. But that's something I think in the past where you may have made snap decisions or thought you were trusting your intuition and you didn't, and that kind of bit you in the butt. But now I think you're moving a little bit quicker. In other words, you see things much faster and much quicker than you did. So your intuition's up is what I feel. All right. And then we have the Hierophant in reverse. So this is having faith that things can actually be good and trusting. So if you're having difficulty trusting in whatever it is that you, hold on, I'm going to get this download really quickly so that I can be clear about what they're trying to say. Now, there are areas in your life where you have not had faith, or you had lost faith. It could have been in a relationship. It could have been in work situations because you've dealt with people who have tried you, underestimated you, things like that. Not going to happen anymore. I feel like you're starting to, again, decide that that's not what you're going to allow in your life. So the 10 of Wands, good, because that creates less stress for you. And then the 9 of Cups in reverse, the things that did not bring you the joy, that created all those stresses and didn't allow you to feel like you were in a place of fulfilling yourself. And then we have Temperance. So yes, there is a little bit of a need possibly for patience. Definitely an attempt to get back to a place where you trust. You may have just lost trust in general and feel a little bit jaded, but they're saying have patience because things are definitely changing in your life. You're going to have a new passionate perspective on things, because when new people show up for you, especially after you've done your work on yourself, it's going to be a very different experience. And I think that's what you're about to have. So you could be dealing with, let's see, we've got so many. Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, strong Gemini, strong Leo, Virgo. I don't see a lot of water. Doesn't mean you're not dealing with them. But those were the strongest ones. And then we have the 4 swords. Yeah, because you don't want things to keep you stuck or in your head. This is also a time where, yes, relaxing is great, but it could be where you've got to be on your toes and you have to be really clear. So getting enough sleep, taking care of your body, doing whatever it takes in order for the clarity to be there so that you can be more aware of your surroundings. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. Holding on tightly, being, again, aware of what's around you. The 4 of Pentacles is about being a little reserved. You may have to be a little bit more careful with your money this month. Not saying that you have to worry about your finances going awry. I just feel like there's maybe something that you want to save for or you need to. So they're shifting focus onto that. It could also be that maybe you've held on for too long to the idea of something and the way it's supposed to look. And they're wanting you to allow a change in the wind. Allow the changes that are happening to happen, and don't hold too tightly on to maybe old belief systems. And then we have the 9 of Wands, or the 9 of Swords. Because again, the 9 of Swords, clarifying the 9 of Swords here, because those are things that used to stress you out. And when you hold too tightly onto something or some kind of an idea, it can really create a lot of mental and physical stress for your body. So they're asking you to release some of that. Okay. Let's get a couple of cards of advice. This is for Aquarius. What's the advice for Aquarius? They're saying pay attention to your hopes and dreams. Don't give up on them. What you desire is coming towards you. The 7 of Wands, keep your boundaries high. And the Queen of Pentacles, focus on your stability. There's no more confusion. You know clearly with the 7 of Cups in reverse. If you're questioning whether somebody has other options, I don't feel they do. This is a good indication that somebody is not playing games or they don't have other options. They are genuinely focused on you. So this is about focusing on your hopes, dreams, wish fulfillments, keeping your boundaries high. And then with the Queen of Pentacles, she's keeping her head down and looking at her money. So A part of you may want to make sure that whatever situation you're in does not pull away from your ability to focus on your independence and your money. You may want to keep that within a relationship. You don't want, today we don't have relationships the same way we used to. Male or female, it doesn't matter. People seem to want to have their independence within a relationship regardless. So I think that's where your mind is. It's like, I'm going to keep mine. And if we end up sharing resources at some point, great, but I want to maintain my independence no matter what. That's what's going to fulfill me and make me happy. And I'm going to keep those boundaries up because I've learned my lesson. So those were your messages. I hope this helped. Thank you so much for all of your support and for being here until the end. Again, if you'd like a personal, that info's in the description box. I hope you guys have an amazing 10 days, and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.